guys, it's Cece. So today I'll be giving you 5 tips to help find inspiration. These 5 tips are ones that personally work for me, so I hope they will work for you as well. Without further ado, let's get started. So my first tip is to collect ideas. Out of the 5, this is probably the most cliche, but I definitely think it helps a lot. It's better to have all of your ideas stored in a physical place, whether it's on your phone, in a notebook, than to try and store them in your brain because you'll most likely forget them. I don't really have the habit of bringing around a notebook wherever I go. I just have a medium-sized one, so when an idea pops in my head, I'll write it down, and honestly, the more you have, the better, because no idea is a bad idea. Another thing that I personally find helpful is my inspiration envelope. I just made this small envelope with a sheet of paper and stuck it onto my wall. Basically, when I have an idea, I write it on a slip of paper, fold it, and then plop it into the envelope, so when I'm experiencing artist block, I can reach in and have something to draw. Also, know that just because you don't have any big ideas doesn't mean that you have to stop doing what you love. I can't go a week without drawing or coloring, so for that week when I'm lacking inspiration, I'll just work on a small yet fun project. My second tip is to use social media, which to most of us is really simple, but sometimes you just don't realize that this is one of the main reasons why we get inspired. When you see what other people are doing and making, you become more aware of the existing ideas around you, which allows you to expand your creativity and your own ideas. I personally mostly use Instagram because so many of you guys always tag me in your art that you create, and I just love looking at what you guys are making, but once in a while I'll refresh my view and I'll go on Pinterest or Tumblr. Also, if you're an aspiring YouTuber, watch some YouTube to get inspired. I'm not encouraging you to watch 8 hours of YouTube and procrastinate while doing schoolwork, but on the weekends or when you have nothing to do, watching some YouTube to get inspired won't be harmful. My third tip is to experience it live. If you're an artist, go to a museum or a gallery, and if you're a musician, see a live performance. Seeing things on social media is one thing, but to actually see it physically in front of you is completely different. I'm super lucky to live in a city where I can go to a museum on a daily basis, but if you live someplace where you don't have these resources available, you can always try your best to find inspiration from like a school art festival or concert. My fourth tip is to be inspired by your own work. This might sound really selfish, but we just never realize that our own work can spark inspiration too. I like to look at my own artwork to see what areas I can improve on and also what areas I'm stronger in. Once you realize your strengths and weaknesses, you can have a sense of what kind of project you want to work on next. If you're really stuck for inspiration, I would suggest stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. Oftentimes, you can utilize your days of not having creative ideas to try and expand your techniques. I saved the best tip for last, and that is to take a break. Sometimes not having inspiration is stressful, but being stressed actually halts your ability to create ideas. So the best thing you could do is just relax, hang out with friends, and have a good time. Take a walk outside and enjoy the fresh air. Look at the things around your neighborhood, because it's better to spend time admiring stuff around you than forcing yourself to come up with a new idea. This way you can get inspired more naturally and your ideas will be more authentic. As you see in my footage, I went to Michael's because there's always that possibility of getting inspired when you're around colorful, organized art supplies. If you're more of an indoors person, read a book, listen to some music, or play some music if you're a musician. The most important part of this process is trying to enjoy yourself and not constantly telling yourself, I must create an original idea, because oftentimes that's just not going to get you far. Finally, the best way to rest is to sleep. I don't know about you, but I always get the majority of my ideas when I'm in bed, either because I can't fall asleep and I start thinking about random ideas, or just from my dreams. So yeah, let sleep be your next best friend. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I still go through artist block periodically, so by no means have I gotten rid of it, but these were just the things that I learned from lacking inspiration, so I hope they helped you in some way. Let me know in the comments what some of your tips to finding inspiration are, and if any one of these 5 tips actually helped you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!
Give me the shot.